Hi, this is a quick demo of how to pick a specific vehicle and then put the energy sources that would go with it. From the textbook, we talked about 6 forms of energy, and you can identify and label them to the vehicle you choose. So in the demo here, we're using Sketchup 2015, and the first thing I'm going to do is go up to the view and get my extra toolbar here for using it, which would be clicking on the view and then choosing the tool palette and hitting the large tool set. Now I have this toolbar to work with. I'm going to click on the orbit command to change my viewpoint. So I'm actually going to go more from overhead of the character here, and I'm going to leave the guy here so I can have a scale of the car or whatever item I put in and see what that's going to be and the size of stuff. So first thing, I'm going to pick my vehicle. I'm going to choose a snowmobile. Since I'm using that as a demo, that's one thing you can't use is a snowmobile for one of the types. So I'm going to go to File, go down to 3D Warehouse, click on Get Models, type in the type of vehicle that you want to use. So I'm going to choose a snowmobile. I'm just going to choose a simple one here. You can always click on the center thing to make sure it's actually three-dimensional. It might take a little bit of processing that to look at it. And sure enough, I can look around the thing that it is a snowmobile. So I'm going to click download, click the terms, and I want to load it into my object from above. So I clicked here, it's got a square around it. I want to change this direction so I can see it better. If I'm looking from above, I'm going to hit the orbit command and move from above. And then if I click again back to the move command, I can click on any of the little circles here, the pluses. It brings up a compass. I clicked once on it, then I can turn it and click again so it has turned it to 90 degrees. It seems a lot larger than the character, so I'm going to scale it down too. So I'm going to click on the scale command, which changes this to yellow and green dots, and pull that down from the corner so it makes it smaller. I'm going to roll back to the side again of it, and then if I click on the point, I'll click off of it. Using the orbit command, I still want it at kind of an upper angle. I want to put a square so my sign or letters are right next to the vehicle. So in the background here, I'm just going to click a box and put it on the ground, like just basically behind, make sure it's on the ground, not in the air. So you can see it's like underneath the tread. I'm going to put it behind him if I can. It doesn't have to be thick, the wall here, so I have some distance around it, and I can always pull it out further if I need to. I'm going to use the push-pull command and bring this up in the air. Okay, and I'm going to use this as a background for everything else. And the problem is, if I try to stretch this now, or move it, say if I take the push-pull command, or sorry, even if I take the pointer and try to click on a wall and move it, it's not going to move that wall. Or if I hit move, it might not move the whole thing. What I want to do is make this thing a total piece to itself. So I'm going to go above so I can select all of it using the pointer. So click the pointer. I'm going to highlight all of that without highlighting the rest of the objects. So I'm going to highlight that wall, let go, so it's only chosen that. I'm going to group it together so it sees it as one object. So I'm going to go Edit, and then it says Make Group right here. So I've made it a group. Now, I can't push and pull on it right now because it's as one group. So I actually have to, if I want to change the size of something with it, I have to double select. It makes everything kind of green. And now, since it's selected that way, I can do push and pull on it. See, I can bring it up or down and change the size of things. And I have to click off of the object. I'm going to move it closer to the wall here. While I'm doing this, I want to put letters on it to tell what it is. So one of the energies going in here, if you look at all the 6 energy forms, you're talking about mechanical, electrical, chemical, and you look at other ones there, of the 6. If you can't think of ones that go into it, just go by process of elimination. You think, does a snowmobile use nuclear? No. Does it use, what else could it possibly use? Does it use solar or light energy? No. So those things are eliminated. So the 4 other ones I would have to put a label on here. So I'm going to put a label now for one of them. I'm going to go up to Tools and choose 3D Text. And I'm going to type in, I'm going to use chemical energy first. Chemical, return, and the energy. Next, I'm going to place that right next to it. Okay? And then I'm going to want to hit the pointer and click off of it. Next, I want to put something that images what chemical energy is. For me, I think about an oil drum. So I'm going to go File, I'm going to go through Warehouse and click Get Models, and then I'm going to type in oil drum. Okay, and then when I click the oil drum, I'll choose one of the oil drums, maybe this one right here. I'll download it, click OK, place it into the image. Right? Next, last thing you need to do for it is take the pencil and point the chemical down to the snowmobile, and then click off of it. Then you can move this back wall out of the way. So you hit move and get the back wall out of the way, leave the energy part away, or you can delete the back wall or copy it. Okay? So I'm going to click here. I'm going to copy that back wall, hit edit copy, but I am going to delete the wall itself there. So I hit the delete key. So I had that back wall, so I just had the chemical energy and the drum underneath it. Then I need to place it again. So edit place the wall, and then I'll put the other forms of energy around the snowmobile. And that's how you do the assignment. Eventually, I'll go ahead and delete the Stan Lee there from the drawing. There you have it.